Good morning and welcome to the Backpacktrader training room for Wednesday, August 23rd, 2023. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds that you can afford to do without. Alright, set that aside until our crude oil inventory session. Pound Aussie, I've got a data problem this morning. I had an internet outage shortly after 9 o'clock, and now I'm missing my when I tried to refresh the chart, I'm missing Monday's data on Forex, so I will come back. I will leave that alone for the moment, and we'll see what happens. All right, YM is in a long trade that's come very close. Money management's at 407. We got as high as 406. So one away. I'm not going to get in sync with that. It's gone too far. Soybeans, we have a get in sync on an add-on long trade. Small trade. We'll have two positions coming off at target 2 and money management at 1343 flat. Our entry at 41.5. So that's what we'll be looking for. The lines you see on the chart were where there is a trade on the Pound Aussie, but it was down here. But the data that set that trade up is missing at the moment. And we have a new add-on on soybeans. Bigger trade this time, 42 3/4, and that actually is valid trade. And I would say we should be in this trade. The YM that was a no trade. And looks like unleaded, we had a trade 903.49, gave us both targets, target 1 and target 2, and a trailer in between the two. So that's going to be a one and done session this morning. Good morning, Miles. Good morning, Mark. Okay, the short was too fast to catch. The long 16, 20, 10 seconds. I would say that one probably was avoidable. This long probably avoidable as well, and now we have a short that's gone target 1 and target 2, 12 and 20, 32 ticks. That probably is your first trade of the morning on crude. The YM has picked up a short. Multiple chances to get in that, so we're definitely in it. And looks like, yeah, lots of time to get in. That was a valid short trade on the micro Russell, and that's a target 3 and target 4 win, trailing at 54.7. It set up just before our start time, but didn't trigger in until after. So that is a valid trade. Soybeans picked up targets 1 and 2 and 1, 2, and 3, and comes back, stops out on. We can pick up the white trade trailer. Stops out at 44 1/4 from our entry at 42 3/4. So it looks like we got 6 ticks on the trailer. We got 9, 15, and 20 on the target. So that's going to be a one and done. And good morning to you, Krista. So soybeans is one and done. The YM hit target 1 and came back to stop out. At 397. Yeah, 397. So we picked up target 1, 30 ticks, and 97 from the entry at 403. So 6 ticks on the trailer. And that's a one and done on the YM. So unleaded is done, the YM is done. Crude oil is done. One win on the micro Russell. We aren't going to be looking at the pound Aussie this morning, at least not for a while anyway. Still no data for yesterday on. So let's also pick up, I believe. There is the micro NQ. And we just hit our start time. We're in a previous long trade that just stopped out. So the micro NQ is flat. And the micro Russell with at least a break even on this second trade, looking for 58.5 for target 3, missing it by 1 and hitting it. There is a target 3, win number 2. 55.8 for the stop. I'm going to put this pound Aussie chart aside. So we're not trying to follow that. All right, and it looks like micro NQ picking up a short. A little bit larger trade than normal because of the wick on the setup bar. And I believe, yeah, the Russell stopped out, so that's a second win. Getting it done quickly this morning. Micro NQ in our first trade. Let's see. Let's see if we can. Oh, there it is. Bring that back. This trade, I had this trade marked up and entered it. Not lost control of it. So I'm sticking with the trade. I know where my money management is, and I already, on my trading chart, I have the target, the orders all in, so I know exactly where all of my points are. So I'm still in control of the trade. So I'm sticking with the trade on that one, even though it's hard to see at the moment. Micro NQ short and taking some heat, bouncing off the 200 EMA. Micro Russell heading upward. That little dipsy-do there taking us out for a couple of ticks on the trailer. YM appearing to have some upside pressure, but kind of sideways. We do have a crude oil inventory report session at 10:30 this morning. So we're to our catapult charts at this point, and the pound Aussie trade. Can't really say we got a good chart there, but we got a trade on there. And the pound Aussie chart stops out. So a loss on that trade. So now we're not going to be doing anything because obviously the chart doesn't tell us anything. I already had that trade in hand and marked up, so I was going to stay with it. All right, we did take a loss on the Russell. Then we got a money target 1 and a break-even trade to the long side on the micro NQ. Add-on trade got us where we needed to go on soybeans. Now getting noisy, a little bit noisy, triggering into a short, stopping and reversing to long. Target 1 and trailing stop. After the stop and reverse, so we're well to be out of stepping aside there and watching the difficulties today. So getting to POQ on one trade. And micro NQ, after stopping us out on that short little pullback, going on to target 2 and beyond now, but no longer in that trade. This is a place where the spotlight coloring is nice because it tells us that we did in fact stop out there. Went from green bars to gray. Light gray in this case because they're up bars. No 10 a.m. crude session since we will go to put that one away again. Let's try something. Close and reopen my Wanda connection to see if that will bring that chart back. And there we are. So let's bring that back up. And unfortunately we missed a short trade that would have stopped and reversed us. And been very successful. 4 targets and trailing. You actually wouldn't have triggered in. That was at 86. So 84 would have been. I'd have pushed it on with that swing. I'd have pushed it down to 83. That would have been the entry. So 2 positions come off at target 2 because money management was below target 1. Micro NQ and the Micro Russell are both flat. Right, so we're waiting for, and the short on the Micro Russell came up quickly and right in the midst of $200 and the 10 EMA. Money management target 2. Oh. Stop now at 59.2. Our entry was at 59.3 down to 59.1 and hitting target 3. Win number 3. We can take one more win. Or up to 3 losses. So we can take either 4 or 6 trades today. Somewhere between 4 and 6 trades today. And another 2 ticks on the stop. Target 3 and a couple of ticks on the trailer. That's win number 3 on the Micro Russell. Good morning, Pamela. Micro NQ with a long trade. Trade number 3, long trade also on the Micro Russell. This is trade number 4. If we get to target 3, that'll be the end of this, or will be the POQ trade. Be a fourth, that'll be a 4th winner. There's target 1 on the Micro NQ. Stop comes to 79.5. 079.5. Looks like we got to target 1. We need 14 ticks on the Micro Russell. And target 1 was only 13, so we need another tick. Need to get to 61.6. Need to show one tick beyond where that swing high is at the moment. Still not to break even yet on micro Russell. We're at break even on the micro NQ though. Coming up on 10 o'clock. No 10 a.m. crude session today with the inventory report coming up in half an hour. We'll stick around for another roughly 15 minutes or so. See what the catapult charts do. The micro Russell, the micro NQ. And the micro Russell does get that one tick. So the stop comes to 60.3. This will be at least a break-even trade. The pullback into the entry came before we hit got our 14 ticks, so we're still in the trade. And starting to push up again. 60.3 for the stop. Hitting target 2. We need target 3 will give us the POQ. That would make it our 4th win this morning. And micro NQ with a little pullback here. Back up into the 15,000s on micro NQ. Still under 34.5 on the YM. And the micro Russell below 1900. And target 3 on the Russell. This will be win number 4. So this will be the last trade of this session with 4 winners. And trying to push up to target 4. Missing by a single tick. Trailing at 60.9. Target 4 at target 2 at 107 3/4, and we hit 107.50. So missing target by a tick on the micro NQ. We'll count that one as a win. Missing a goal target by a tick. And that would be a case of trade for profit. As much noise as that's been showing. Target 4 on the micro Russell, 61.4. Trying to push it up and give us another up bar. There it is, 61.8. For the trailer. Good morning, Don. I will remind everybody that I will be dark next Tuesday. Otherwise, the rest of this week is a normal schedule. Crude inventory session in about 25 minutes, and 9:30 regular 9:30 session tomorrow. Thank you, Mark. Okay. We did push up to 108 1/4 on the micro NQ, so there is definitely win at target 2. Micro Russell 63.3 for the trailer, up above target 3. Well, this is a nice finishing trade for the micro Russell today. And crude on a tear right now. This doesn't bode well for the inventory session. Getting a move off the session low at 77.61. Wow, a couple of dollars. And we're in the October contract now, of course, and a couple of dollars off of. We get over $2 below the $80 level where we were yesterday. We're now over $1 move off the session low in the last 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes. Micro NQ. Can't figure out where it's going sideways. Micro Russell taking a pause as well. 63.7 on the Micro Russell trailing stop. Still 79.5 on the Micro NQ. Yeah, YM definitely in positive territory. Micro NQ at session highs. And the Micro Russell in positive territory on the session, but not. And getting close to its session high at 68.7. Just a couple of points below that at this point. Another 5 minutes and I'm going to close it down and open up, so I can open up the crude inventory session. Micro NQ beginning to push upward again. New session high at 15,117 flat. Micro Russell still at 63.7. Micro NQ starting to trail now at 99 3/4. $64.2 now for the Micro Russell. $104.5 for the Micro NQ now. Target 3 in the books. $64.7 for the Russell. $109 3/4 for the Micro NQ. And crude rolling over. Couple more minutes. This should get us positive. We got one loss, one and a break even on the micro NQ. So we should be getting pretty close to break even, probably just slightly positive with this win. So one win, one loss, one break even when this trade completes. Russell with 4 wins this morning in its last trade of the morning. And stopping out on the crude trade, just that we're 15 plus minutes ahead of the crude inventory report. We're just hit 15 minutes. So I am going to have to shut it down. Watching winning trades on both the micro Russell and the micro NQ. We'll close it down here and come back in about, I'll be back in about 10 to 12 minutes for the crude inventory session. So we will see everybody then. See you all shortly. Yes, it definitely has been an exciting morning. Things slowed down a little bit after we got through it, but pretty quick action on crude, unleaded, the YM, and soybeans. See you shortly. You're welcome, Robert.